UDL, Sharing Ideas and Building Resources, presented by Olivia Day, Walden University. What is UDL? Universal Design for Learning, or UDL, is a set of principles for curriculum development that give all individuals equal opportunities to learn. Instead of a one-size-fits-all solution, UDL provides flexible approaches that can be customized and adjusted for individual needs. Inspiration for UDL comes from the universal design movement in architecture. When architects design buildings, they anticipate and accommodate the needs of those with disabilities. Even though universally designed structures are designed for those with disabilities, they benefit everyone. Curb cuts, for example, are meant to facilitate those in wheelchairs, but they also benefit people pushing strollers, young children, and even the average walker. Inspiration is all around us, with ramps, handicapped restrooms, automatic doors, and elevators. Just as universal design in architecture anticipates the needs of individuals with disabilities and builds structures accordingly, universal design for learning anticipates special needs of students and creates curriculum, instruction, and assessments that are specifically designed to facilitate access. There are three principles of UDL. The first is representation, which provides students with various ways of acquiring information and knowledge. The second is action expression, which provides students with alternatives for demonstrating what they know. The third is engagement, which taps into students' interests, challenges them appropriately, and motivates them to learn. Instructional methods for representation include providing options for perception. This includes adjusting the size of the text, images, graphs, tables, or other visual content. You can also use captions or automated speech-to-text software or text-to-speech software. We can also provide options for language, mathematical expressions, and symbols. We can pre-teach vocabulary and symbols, provide electronic translation tools, and present key concepts in one form of symbolic representation with alternative form. Third, we can provide options for comprehension. This includes advanced organizers, multiple examples, and also mnemonic devices. The second is action expression. By doing this, we can provide options for physical action. This might include providing alternate keyboard commands for mouse action, alternative keyboards, and customized overlays for touchscreens and keyboards. We can provide options for expression and communication. This can be social media and interactive web tools, spell checkers, grammar checkers, and word prediction software, and differentiated feedback. Also, we can provide options for executive functions. This is when we post goals, objectives, and schedules in an obvious place in the room, provide graphic organizers and templates for organizing information, and assessment checklists, scoring rubrics, and multiple examples of annotated student work. Last is engagement, and by doing this we provide options for recruiting interest. We can provide choices in context or content, personalize and contextualizing activities to learners' lives, and vary the level of novelty or risk. We can also provide options for sustaining effort and persistence. We can prompt or require learners to explicitly formulate or restate goals, differentiate the degree of difficulty or complexity of the task, and create cooperative learning groups with clear goals, roles, and responsibilities. Last, we can provide options for self-regulation. This may be where we support activities that encourage self-reflection, use real-life situations or stimulations, and offer devices, aids, or charts to assist individuals in learning to collect, chart, and display data from their own behavior. Technology is very important with UDL. Powerful digital technologies applied using UDL principles enable easier and more effective customization of curricula for learners. Advances in technology and the learning sciences have made on-the-fly individualization of curricula possible in practical, cost-effective ways, and many of those technologies have built-in supports, scaffolds, and challenges to help learners understand, navigate, and engage with the learning environment. I provided some examples of technology's role in UDL. There are assistive technologies and supportive technologies. Assistive technologies include amplification devices that teachers can wear, captions, glare reduction screens, text-to-speech software, speech-to-text software, trackball, which is an upside-down mouse, alternative keyboards, touch screens, email, instant messenger, and translation software. Supportive technologies include drill and skill software, life skill software, spell checking software, word production programs, organizational software, calculators, presentation software, web development tools such as WebQuest, and Moves and Muds. At Piketon High School, UDL can have a huge impact on how our students learn. During the 2010-2011 school year, 18.7% of students at PHS had disabilities. Though our school is ranked excellent, our students with disabilities did not meet adequate yearly progress. By embracing UDL practices and building maximum flexibility into the curriculum, all students, including those with disabilities, will have the opportunity to learn. Brain research really helped us understand learning differences. It tells us that there is no regular student. The brain distributes processing to different places according to the task, and it also distributes processing differently when you are a beginner at a task than when you are an expert. Each learner has different ways of recognizing information, organizing information, and engaging with information. There are three main networks of the brain. These include recognition, or the what of learning, and this is how we gather facts and categorize what we see, hear, and read. It's where we identify letters, words, or the author's style. Strategic networks, or the how of learning, is planning and performing tasks. This is how we organize and express our ideas. This is when we write essays or solve math problems. Affective networks, or the why of learning, is how learners get engaged and stay motivated. It's how we're challenged, excited, or interested. Brain research is closely linked with diversity. To accommodate the many ways of learning, we can use what we know about each brain network to make our teaching methods and curriculum materials flexible in specific ways. In addition to academic diversity, UDL supports cultural, ethnic, and linguistic diversity by individualizing pathways to learning. While pursuing a common goal, each student in the classroom can follow his or her own path to obtain a level of performance that represents personal progress. Different teaching methods that we can use support each network of the brain. With recognition, we can provide multiple examples, highlight critical features, provide multiple media formats, and support background context. With strategic networks, we can provide models, provide practice with supports, provide ongoing relevant feedback, and offer flexible opportunities for demonstrating skill. With the affective networks, we can offer choices of content and tools, adjustable levels of challenge, choice of rewards, and choice of learning context. With brain research and technology, we can support the different networks of the brain, and without actually using technology, this would be nearly impossible. Digital tools and resources expand teachers' options for presenting information, scaffolding students, and offer choices for student expression. Some of these can include multimedia composition tools such as HyperStudio, KidPix, and PowerPoint, web-capable electronic graphic organizers like Inspiration and Kidspiration, and programs that support the translation of content from one medium or another, such as Cast eReader, PixReader, PixWriter, and IntelliTalk 2. When we deal specifically with the recognition network, we find that we can present multiple examples in text, image, sound, or video. This can also be considered in animations, color, highlighting, graphic elements. and that really zoom in on and photographic images. Also, digital background supports can be linked to other resources on the web. With strategic networks, we can provide models on our homepage for students, text-to-speech translation supports, spell checkers that support mechanics so that learners can focus on how to improve their writing, publishing on the web to invite feedback, and presentation tools such as HyperStudio and PowerPoint provide templates and tools for incorporating multimedia and structuring presentations. With the effective networks, we have programs such as Paint, Write, and Play, Write Camera Action, HyperStudio, and KidPix, which can really re-engage learners. We can also provide adjustable levels of challenge, and we can have web quests, which are teacher designed, and can be individually tailored for students' structural preferences. The tools that I chose, the CAST tools, the resources that I chose to look at, the first one is UDL Book Builder. This allows educators to develop their own digital books to support reading instruction. Diverse learners will benefit from this tool because it allows teachers to create digital books that students can read, and it translates words in Spanish, and it can even define words for students. Teachers create books based on students' needs, skills, and interests, which will improve their reading comprehension. The second is UDL Lesson Builder. This helps educators design lessons and units to meet the diverse learning challenges, skills, and background of students. Diverse learners will benefit from this tool because teachers can create lesson plans and allow all students to participate. It also connects to each part of the brain, the recognition, strategic, and affective portions. By paying attention to these individual differences, students are capable of meeting their academic goals. Two other resources that I looked at were Teaching Every Student and UDL Editions. Teaching Every Student explains and demonstrates UDL and its classroom applications, provides activities, model lessons, and toolkits to support educators. Diverse learners will benefit from this tool because it allows educators to become more knowledgeable about UDL and learn how to structure our lessons to meet individual needs. With UDL Editions, it provides models for presenting classic texts from world literature in a flexible online interface. Diverse learners will benefit from this tool because it presents some popular texts that teachers can use in the classroom. With features such as stop and think, prompts, and highlighting, students can gain the appropriate scaffolding needed to succeed in reading. Teachers can also use UDL editions as models when creating their own.